What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Power Up Podcast. I am your host, Sir Snorlax, aka Dennis, and we are here back for another episode, which just happens to be episode number 13. Now, let me just say, this idea came from this, okay? Final Fantasy 13 is one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, so I had to include that as episode 13's gimmick, if you will. We're going to get into quite a lot today. I recently attended a Gundam card game booster release event, so we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a game of Gundam just online on a website that I found, and I'll share more details of that. But we're also going to be opening 2 Gundam card game booster boxes, the new Type Rising. But as always, we start off the show with our shout out to the Southwest Florida FGC for Southwest Florida FGC Weekly number 141. For Tekken 8, our top 8. Tied for 7th place, we have TVTengu and Zoe Valentine. Tied in 5th place, we have Samurai Soda and Kazibara. In 4th place, we have the returning Saint coming in with that Brian. In 3rd place, we have Crispy Crisps. In 2nd place, we have Flamio. And in 1st place, we have Mary Chango. Going into our Street Fighter 6 top 8. Tied for 7th place, we have Big Boss Brandon and Room. Tied for 5th place, we have La Cabra, artist formerly known as Lenin, and Gruge. In 4th place, we have Walt Coyote. In 3rd place, we have Cruisin'. In 2nd place, we have Casual Sam. And in 1st place, Foz. Shouts out to everyone who competed. We've got some fun stuff coming up this month of August for the tournament. So keep an eye out for that. So we're going to kick off the show with something that I missed last episode, and that is the trailer for Sagat. So we're going to go ahead and take a look, and I will give you guys my feedback on this.
The pinnacle of Muay Thai, and then became one of the grand masters of an international terrorist organization.
My man just carrying a log, a giant tree log. The Proud Spire stage, got the lion, it's just Sagat. It's just Sagat. I expected him to be a little taller. Damn, that overhead is nasty. Ooh, that knee. Just it's Muay Thai. What do you expect?
It will be my pleasure to test your strength.
The tiger. Oh. The tiger knee went over the Hadouken. Wow, that's sick. Oh, nice. Knee, face, kick in the face, and another kick in the face. Eat them feet. Oh, we got that old costume, that OG costume, man. We're going to fight Bison. Nice. knee. Oh, knee. Punch, uppercut. Oh, nice. Oh. Just gonna juggle him in the air with that tiger. That tiger shot. Those knees are lethal. Oh. Front kick. Oh, kick to the side, to the leg. Oh. Overhead punch. Tiger.
I cannot lose. Not to anyone.
All right, this one out. Sagat is coming out in just a few days after Evo. I want to look at something real quick. I want to scrub through here real quick. There is that level 1. Go back to when he did the level 1. Just something of note that I noticed.
It will be my pleasure to test your strength.
That right there. That. The way he brings his hands into charge, that's a callback to Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Just in that big intro fight between him and Ryu, and he does a tiger shot where he charges it like this. That's exactly what it reminded me of. I'm excited for Scott. I will admit, in Tekken, I've been playing Fukuram, and it just made me want to play Sagat more. All that Muay Thai. So now let's get into some of the latest news that we've had. So one of the things coming out recently, as of today, Nintendo is increasing the price of the Switch in the US this weekend. New prices will come into effect on Sunday, with Switch 2 hardware unaffected. This write-up comes from Chris Scullion from VideoGamesChronicle.com. Nintendo has announced that it will be increasing the price of the Switch in the US due to quote-unquote market conditions. In a statement on the official Nintendo website, the company stated that pricing for the original Nintendo Switch family of systems and products will change in the US based on market conditions, effective August 3rd. So it is the first today, so in a couple days. While it hasn't yet specified whether this means prices will decrease or increase, the nature of the statement and the current situation regarding trade tariffs means it's almost certainly the latter. At the time of writing, a standard Nintendo Switch console costs $299.99. $299.99. A Switch 2 OLED costs $349.99. A Switch Lite costs $199.99. Although Nintendo has yet to confirm what the new prices will be, the prices may have already been revealed by Target, which has seemingly just increased the price of its Switch consoles. On Target, the Switch now costs $339.99, an increase of $40. A Switch OLED costs $399.99, an increase of $50. A Switch Lite costs $229.99. That is a $30 increase. Other Nintendo products, including certain Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, select amiibos, the Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo will also see adjustments, Nintendo says. The company stresses that the price adjustments will not affect the Switch 2 consoles' physical or digital Switch or Switch 2 games, or Nintendo Switch Online memberships. So, I mean, hopefully it's going down. You rarely see the console that just had its successor release go up in price. You usually see that go down. So we'll see here in a few days what Nintendo's going to be doing with their prices. Hopefully Target is wrong and it actually is supposed to be going down, which then that's going to be a whole thing, I'm sure. So, yeah. With that said, more Nintendo news. This came out of a recent announcement last week. The Nintendo Pokemon game is the new Pokemon game is getting a Switch 2 hardware bundle. The Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2 bundle will feature a standard edition console. This writer comes from Jordan Midler from VideoGamesChronicle.com. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have announced a new Nintendo Switch 2 bundle. The bundle will include a download code for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the game and costs $499.99. It will be available at the Nintendo Store and select retail partners, according to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. The console itself will be unchanged from the launch model. However, it appears that the bundle will potentially replace the current Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch 2 bundle, which, when it was announced, was claimed to be limited time by Nintendo. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have said the same about this bundle. However, it hasn't been announced how long the bundle will be produced. Pokemon Legends ZA, as I like to call it, will be released on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 on October 16th. The bundle will release the same day. Players who purchase the Switch edition in either physical or digital form will have an option to upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game by buying an upgrade pack. According to Nintendo, the Switch 2 edition of Pokemon Legends ZA has an improved frame rate and, quote, higher resolution for sharper graphics. So yeah, that's cool news. I know people have kind of come down off the Mario Kart World hype. You know, they're starting to just, you know, they're like, maybe this isn't worth what it's supposed to be priced at. And it was bound to happen. That's not one of the reasons why I haven't gotten the Switch 2 yet. Although I think I'm ready with the reviews that have come out for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I want to try that game, and I want to try ZA. Obviously, the one that I'm hyped for the most is Metroid Prime 4, which we haven't gotten a release date on. So we'll see what comes of that. But this bundle is cool. It's going to replace the Mario Kart World one, so anyone disappointed in that, sorry. They did say it was limited time. I wonder if this is going to be a cycle of what that they're going to do with these bundles. Will we get any special edition Switch 2s? With games like we have had in the past? You know, we've had the Legend of Zelda ones, the Pokemon ones. Are we going to get an upgraded, not upgraded per se, but a special edition model with, you know, graphics and stuff on it? So moving on to the next story. Splitgate 2 is unlaunching as developer 1047 Games cuts staff. This write-up comes from Jordan Midler. The original game will be playable for another month before going offline. Switch 2 is unlaunching. Splitgate 2. I'm still got Switch on the mind. Splitgate 2 is unlaunching, according to developer 1047 Games. An unspecified number of staff have been laid off as a result of the change. The shooter, which was released in June, has faced low player numbers during its opening weeks and mixed fan feedback from players. Now, developer 1047 Games has said it's taking the game off sale in order to work on it further, listen to fan complaints, and attempt to move forward. We believe in Splitgate 2, opens a message from 1047 Games founder Ian Prolix and Nicholas Bagamain. I hope I said that right. As I figured you guys have gotten used to the fact that I'm just terrible with names. We launched too early. We had ambitious goals with Splitgate 2, and in our excitement to share it with you, we bit off more than we could chew. We rushed certain features, made some boneheaded mistakes, and most importantly, we didn't give you the polished, portal-filled mayhem you fell in love with. The game is going back into beta. The team is going heads down until 2026, they said. It's claimed that major parts of the game will be rebuilt, and fan-requested features such as a less complex monetization model and a refocus on classic game modes. The statement then addressed the job losses that the studio will face as a result of the change. Rebuilding the core experience isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term commitment. To give ourselves the time to build the Splitgate you deserve, we've made the incredibly difficult decision to reduce certain roles and shift our resources to focus on this rework. This is heartbreaking. These are our teammates and our friends, and they help build what we have today. They're receiving severance and job placement support. We're committed to doing everything we can to help them through this transition. We hope to bring them back when we can. Lastly, the founders announced that the studio will take the original Splitgate servers offline next month due to them costing the studio hundreds of thousands of dollars. That sucks. In a time when we've had tons of layoffs, just this year alone, to launch this game prematurely, and then it essentially cost you a lot, and people having to lose their jobs, and just it sucks. It really sucks. But it seems like they're giving their team some good support. I gotta be that guy. Do you really want to come back to a company that just let you go because they screwed up when they released the game? Like they said, we hope to bring them back when we can. Like, wouldn't you just move on at that point? Like, wouldn't you just move on? That's just me. And maybe I'm wrong. But that's just me. Moving on to our next story. Again from VideoGamesChronicle.com. The Final Fantasy Tactics remake is a full rebuild because the original code was overwritten. This write-up comes from Jordan Midler. Square Enix has confirmed that the original code for Final Fantasy Tactics has been lost. And I have a comment about that later on. And that the new remake of the game, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, has therefore been rebuilt from scratch. The remake is being directed by Kazutoyo Mahiro, who served as an events planner on the original game. In a new interview, Mahiro has revealed that the game's original source code is no longer available due to the then common practice of overwriting development materials and the limited preservation elements. This was simply the norm at the time, explains Mahiro. We didn't have the kinds of effective resource management tools available today, and we developed games by essentially overwriting the previous code each time we fixed a bug and added a new language. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles will launch with both a classic version and an enhanced version of the game. Since the classic version was intended to recreate the original game, we did have the option to implement using an emulator. He continues, however, this method would not have allowed us to make granular refinements, even if the objective was to recreate the original game. After our analysis, we felt the best way to ensure the game met modern playability standards while staying true to the original was to rebuild it. The tactical RPG was initially released on the PlayStation back in 1997, but is getting a modern remaster on PC and consoles called Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles, set to arrive September 30th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and S, PS4, and PC. This gives light to a lot of things, like the fact that we lost the code to Kingdom Hearts. Like this, like the fact that that was just the norm. Still, it's so weird. It's such a weird practice. We have better game preservation tools available to us now, so that doesn't happen anymore. But it's pretty awesome that they basically rebuilt the entire game from scratch. That's pretty cool. Moving on to the next set of news. Microsoft has reversed plans to charge $80 for The Outer Worlds 2. This write-up comes from Andy Robinson. The Obsidian sequel will now launch for $70 despite Microsoft's June announcement. Microsoft has reversed plans to price its next big RPG, The Outer Worlds 2, at a higher $80 price point. When the Obsidian sequel releases on October 29th, it will now cost $70. Microsoft announced on Wednesday. Last month, Xbox had said Outer Worlds would be its first $80 title as part of a broader increase in game prices. An Xbox spokesperson said, "We're focused on bringing players incredible worlds to explore, and we'll keep our full-price holiday releases, including the Outer Worlds 2, at $69.99, in line with current market conditions." Obsidian wrote on its social media channels on Wednesday, "We have received your SOS via Skip Drone about the pricing. As an organization devoted to making sure that corporations do not go unfettered, we at the Earth Directorate have worked with Redacted to revise the price of the Outer Worlds 2. While this will not bring peace to the galaxy or even your local colony, we assure you all that we are here to fight for all colonies in every way that we can." The Outer Worlds 2 is set to release on October 29, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. It'll also be available on Game Pass on day one. It's not clear what the change means for Xbox's plans to increase all of its first-party games to $80 across the board. We understand that these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development, Microsoft said in its June announcement. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensure value for Xbox players. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to call BS. This is just my personal opinion. I think they needed to do something to look good. Plain and simple. They needed to do something to look good after the crap storm that they've been enduring with all the layoffs and all the crap that they've done recently. So that's just my personal opinion, but hey. Moving on. Mario Paint has been added to Switch Online's SNES library. Supports Switch 2 mouse controls. This one comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. Nintendo has added Mario Paint to its catalog of SNES games on the Nintendo Switch Online. The Nintendo Development Art Package becomes the 74th game to be added to the SNES Switch on Switch Online in the West. Originally released in 1992, Mario Paint was one of the first notable games to introduce mouse controls to console gaming and came bundled with the SNES mouse peripheral. The Switch Online re-release only supports mouse controls, which means Switch 2 players can use the Joy-Con's built-in mouse controls to play it. Owners of the original Switch will instead have to plug in a USB mouse. So the trailer was pretty cool. I am not going to lie. So I'm going to try to find it. And because, we love trailers. Where is... I think this is the one. Yes. All right.
Hi there, and welcome to the world of Mario Paint. This is a game that's all about creation and fun. In fact, you can even play with the game logo. See, this letter changes Mario's size, and this one makes Yoshi appear. And then this one, whoa! Quick, start the video,
Whoops.
In this mode, you can select from a few existing pictures and color in each part using the Fill paintbrush. You can also click on Mr. Crayon to swap between other color and pattern options. You can even fill in Yoshi with more Yoshis, if that's your thing.
That's awesome.
Here is where you can
really
create
takes me
something
back.
entirely your own using the different available tools. And if you make a mistake, just click the undo dog icon to go back a step. With the Nintendo Switch 2 system, you can use either a left or right Joy-Con 2 controller as a mouse to cultivate your creative creations. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can plug in a compatible USB mouse. Oh, speaking of loose mice, let's go check out the break room. Welcome to the break room. Through the magic of neglect, our team converted a perfectly serviceable garbage can into a soggy, steaming pile of sickness. And, well, this is how you get flies. On the bright side, this is a great place to blow off some steam by slapping the proverbial paint off these bugs. Just watch out for King Watinga.
Oh.
He's not in a good mood. What do you mean that's not funny?
It was
This
funny to
mode
me,
is
damn
a
it.
great place to create game sprites and other objects 1 pixel at a time. You can save up to 15 different stamps and even create
That's
larger
crazy.
objects by piecing them together. Fun fact, do you know why it says special stamp in the frame? If so, please tell me, as I didn't have time to check that before this video was due.
Whoops.
Here you can animate your creations and really start to bring them to life. You can animate up to 9 frames before they repeat. And then you can move them along a path, like this. Hey, that looks pretty good. But there's
awesome.
one more thing we should add before we're done.
Music
In
composition.
this mode, you can select from 15 different sounds to help bring the song in your heart to the outside world. And yes, we do have a dog, cat, pig, goose, and baby as sound options. In this case, let's compose something for our favorite pharmacological plumber. I call this piece that one Dr. Mario song I found within the Mario Paint Player's Guide, or Fever for short. Now that we've combined all the elements, let's take a look at our completed scene. This looks great, so we're ready to save our work. Previously with Mario Paint, you had to visit this robot to save your finished creation. And you still can whenever you feel like jamming out to this sweet beat. But with a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can now utilize different suspend points to preserve 4 completed masterpieces.
That's awesome.
Mario Paint has some catchy music, and you can enjoy those tunes on the Nintendo Music app. As
gotta try
those
out that app.
tracks
I have
will
not
hit the
tried out that
service
app.
at the same time as the release of Mario Paint. Speaking of that, does anyone know when all this stuff will go live? Oh, thanks, Mario.
Okay, that was cool. I don't care what anybody says. That was cool. I like that trailer. It was funny. Moving on. Pokemon Company removes 2 TCG Pocket card designs and deeply apologizes following claims of plagiarism. Damn. The Pokemon Company has deeply apologized after allegations that the latest expansion in its trading card game Pocket app features a plagiarized art. This one comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. The mobile game received its latest update, Wisdom of Sea and Sky, earlier today, but before this, some of the card artwork was shared online. This led to Chinese artist at Ian Juju noting that Twitter, I call it Twitter, but it says X on the article, that artwork they had previously done of Ho-Oh appeared to have been used as the basis for one of the new cards in the expansion. The Pokemon Company has now posted a statement which suggests that the illustrator who was created the card designs for the game was sent incorrect reference materials from the game's card production team, which were wrongly presented as official art and led to the artist using them as a reference for the card. Pokemon Company has now removed the design of both Ho-Oh-EX and Lugia EX cards for now, replacing them with a placeholder image which simply says, "New art coming soon." Both cards are immersive cards, which means holding down on them triggers an animation. This has also been removed, meaning the players simply see a black screen. We want to share an important update regarding the upcoming expansion, Wisdom of Sea and Sky. A statement from the company reads, "It has come to our attention that there was a production issue regarding the illustration of Ho-Oh featured in the immersive card artwork for Ho-Oh EX 3-star and Lugia EX 3-star. After internal review, we discovered that the card production team provided incorrect materials as official documents to the illustrator commissioned to create these cards. As a result, both cards have been replaced with a temporary placeholder that the team is actively working to replace with new artwork as soon as it's ready. We're also conducting a broader investigation to ensure no similar issues exist elsewhere in the game. To all our players who have been looking forward to this expansion and to the talented illustrators who bring the Pokemon world to life, we deeply apologize for any inconvenience this has caused. We take this matter very seriously and are committed to strengthening our quality control process to prevent this from happening again. In a statement posted on Twitter, the artist said that they hoped the matter had been resolved following the Pokemon Company's statement. I've seen official announcement and I'm grateful for the prompt resolution, they said via machine translation. I hope this matter can be put to rest. I posted that post simply because I was confused after seeing the image online and couldn't confirm if it was real game data because I couldn't control the subsequent escalation of the situation. I consciously stopped posting on social media yesterday. For me, I simply completed a commissioned work and had no involvement in the subsequent model production, sales, or profit sharing. However, this does reflect my lack of rigorous understanding of copyright at the time. I will carefully verify the intended use of my work in future drawings to avoid similar incidents. Thank you very much to the operations team for their attention and response. Thank you for promptly removing the image. I am very grateful that this matter was handled promptly, and I thank everyone who spoke out about it. That's awkward. I'm sorry. That's just awkward. That's just really awkward. I mean, and what was the game recently that had the same? Was it Overwatch? I think it was Overwatch, right? I can't remember, or was it? No, it was Destiny, right? I think it was Destiny that had a similar issue happen where some artwork was used that should not have been used. In this day and age, with so much going on, I can see where that would happen, but it still should not happen. So, in our last news story, Sony sues Tencent, claiming its Light of Mortram game is a slavish clone of its Horizon series. This one comes from Chris Scullion. Sony has filed a lawsuit against Tencent claiming its upcoming Light of Mortram is a slavish clone of its Horizon series. As initially reported by Reuters, Sony has filed a lawsuit in California federal court alleging copyright and trademark infringement and claiming that the game is too close to Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West that players could be confused into thinking it's part of the same series. The suit also alleges that starting work on Light of Mortram, Tencent then asked Sony if it wanted to collaborate on a new Horizon game, to which Sony declined. Sony claims that Tencent went ahead and made a Horizon-like game anyway. Upon information and belief sometime in 2023, and unbeknownst to Sony, Tencent started developing a video game called Light of Mortram, which, just like Horizon, features a young, red-headed female protagonist and tribal groups fighting for survival among large robotic animals in the post-apocalyptic world, the document says. In March 2024, at a games conference in San Francisco, California, Tencent executives approached Sony with a pitch to develop its own Horizon game in collaboration with SIE. Sony rejected the idea and considered the matter closed. Apparently, Tencent was undeterred by SIE's refusal to license its Horizon intellectual property. Tencent continued secretly developing the game, eventually announcing a forthcoming game. Tencent's promotional material bore a strong similarity to SIE's own Horizon promotional material. The suit claims that the game's Steam store page, trailer, promotional screenshots, and gameplay footage all misappropriated protectable elements in SIE's copyrights in the Horizon franchise to a significant degree, stating that it's far from along in recognizing the striking similarities. Sony also cites online users and websites who pointed out how much the games look alike. And is this the game? I'm trying to find images of the two. So this is. Let me see if I can throw this up here. We're gonna do. So I didn't plan for this because I didn't know there was images. So we're just gonna do this on the fly. But that looks pretty much the same. I'm sorry. That looks pretty much the same. This was on the article. I didn't realize it was on the article till I started reading it here live. But yeah, I see why they suing, and that's messed up. You don't do that. You really don't do that. That's just, now you're getting sued. And the bad part is that the people that worked on this game are gonna, lose out on releasing this game. I don't know how far along they are. Maybe they can pivot a change, but at the end of the day, they're talking about it looking like it. So even if you change the gameplay style, I'm sure they're still going to have to change a lot of elements of the game, and that's going to be a lot of loss of money, and people might lose their jobs for it. So we'll keep looking at this as we continue forward, learning about this lawsuit. Moving on, there's a trailer that came out for Battlefield 6. Let's take a look at that, and then we're going to get into the Nintendo Partner Direct that came about this week. Battlefield Studios. Got that tank.
It's just one of those days.
Pretty dope. Damn. And he took his dog tags. That's messed up. We got a sledgehammer. Bringing down the flooring, coming down to the next floor. Wow, that's good. That was cool. That was dope. Sorry to the audio listeners, but y'all gotta check this out. This trailer is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. So, wait, did it give us a, sorry. It doesn't give us a release date, but it looks dope. Can it survive in a world of Call of Duty is my question. We all know that Call of Duty is the big boy right now. It's the I personally feel it can. It's a nice alternative to have other than Call of Duty. The gameplay looks pretty. I mean, it's not straight up gameplay, but the game itself looks pretty cool. So, I'm willing to give it a try. Tell me what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about Battlefield as a franchise as a whole, and Battlefield 6 and its announcement. Moving on, Nintendo had a partner showcase, and it revealed several games and gave us some dates on some releases from its partner developers. We'll start at the top, and I'm going to show you 2 trailers from that I found pretty cool. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, coming in 2026. Once Upon a Katamari, which is coming to the Switch 1. Now, in the partner showcase, they said you're going to see if it's a Switch 2 only game, it'll have the Switch 2 logo. If it's primarily coming out on Switch 1, it's going to have the Switch 1 logo. And if it's both, it's going to have both logos on it. I thought that was a pretty cool distinction to have on there, just so that you don't get confused. Just Dance 2026 is coming to Switch 1 on October 14th. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is coming to Switch 1 and 2 in November 14th, and I'm very interested about that. Right, that's a move to release it on both. A lot of people talk about Sparking Zero. I've not gotten a chance to try it. It's an arena fighter for one. Spiritual successor to our Budokai Tenkaichi series. They said it's got a lot of broken characters. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted is coming to Switch 1 and Switch 2 October 23rd. EA's FC 26 is coming to Switch 1 and 2 September 26th. And I'm wondering, are they going to do the same thing they've been doing with the FIFA? They were doing with the FIFA games, where it's just it was like FIFA Lite. It wasn't even like the full experience. Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which is a remake of Pac-Man World 2, coming to Switch 1 and 2 September 26th. We're getting Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evilest Chronicles on Switch 1 and 2 September 30th. Persona 3 Reload coming to Switch 2 October 23rd. Now, I've been playing. I haven't recently because other things that I've been playing that I will talk about a little later that have taken up a lot of time. But Persona 3 Reload is a really good game. Coming to Switch 2, that's pretty cool. I would love. That's a game I would love to have on a portable. Absolutely. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is coming in winter. The Hyrule Warriors series is pretty cool, actually. It's a Dynasty Warrior game that, in the world of Zelda. I played Dynasty Warriors before, but I also played the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, which I thought were phenomenal. And Gundam, I love Gundam. So we got a good quick look at that. Madden 26 is coming to Switch 2 August 14th. Chillin' by the Fire. It's a campfire simulator game coming to Switch 2, and it's out today. And you can use the camera, and you're like chilling with your buddies, making a fire. So, Apex Legends is coming to Switch 2 August 5th. Hella is coming to Switch 2 on 2026. Star Wars Outlaws coming to Switch 2 on September 4th. Chronos, the Bloober game, coming September 5th to the Switch 2. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 are coming to the Switch 2 on November 13th. Goodnight Universe is coming November 13th. NBA Bounce, September 26th. Hello Kitty Island Adventure Wheat Flower Wonderland is coming fall 2025. Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seventh Nintendo Switch 2 edition is out now. Shinobi Art of Vengeance August 29th. Borderlands 4 is coming to the Switch 2 October 3rd. And then the last 2 games that were announced, we're going to take a look at because I love this type of game.
To pass through that door is to pass
HT2D
through time.
games, I don't know. They just do it for me.
to travel a road spanning centuries.
This guy with the
From
red hat
here-
on is pretty cool.
Heroes
Got a
set
feather
out
in
on
his
a
cap,
journey
too.
of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to life in HD 2D. This is Philabildia, a continent overrun by beast tribes. A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
Faye.
Call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes. In battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find
Oh, we got a
opportunities to
parry
strike.
system too.
Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes.
Nice.
Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar.
Ooh.
Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but
Nice.
that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations
Nice.
to find the playstyle that works for you. Your
them
fairy
bombs.
companion, Faye, can also attack.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately.
Yo, he
Players can
teleports
control
to
them
her.
at the same time. You'll find that she's very helpful on your adventure. Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that unknown
What
to
happens when
them
you
will
watch these things
span
at work, you miss
1,000
things.
years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales launches
I'm
on
getting that.
Nintendo
I'm getting
Switch
that.
2 next
Getting that.
year.
I'm getting that.
After today's presentation, a
Can't wait to get
debut
a Switch
demo
2 so I can
will
try
be
the demo at
available,
least.
and there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
That looks dope. All right, the next one had me hype. Now, a lot of people complained that it was a very lackluster showcase, but I personally liked a lot of what was shown, especially this one. We closed out the show with this.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
Octopath Traveler 0. Again, HD 2D just does it for me, I guess.
Yes, I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready. We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
You have a death wish?
Wishville. I wish I could see everyone here laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to rebuild Wishville? Or are you going to find the people who took our home from us?
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera. Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
Oh, yeah. We getting that. Coming out for both consoles. We getting that. We definitely getting that. I don't know. It's just something about 2D, HD 2D games that does it for me. I want to get the 3 Dragon Quest that came out. I don't have time. That's the problem. I just don't have time. Next, I want to talk about a couple of quick hits here. One, literally, right before I started recording this, I rolled credits in Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and oh my God, Kojima did it again. It was a great story. I loved the story. I loved the world, just everything. The walking simulator game, whatever. I drove a car the entire time, or a bike, really. The action sequences were fun. The final fights were cool. We had some callbacks to other Kojima games. So now I'm going to go back and continue playing some other games that I have been leaving in the back burner. But it's August 1st right now. We're weeks away from Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. And I'm going to be there day one. And I'm going to give y'all a review. Now, I'm going to base my review on that game on what I played in the original. Even with Subsistence. Just combining that, what my thoughts were on those original games that I love, because I love that game. It's one of my favorite games, and if I don't live up to it, I'm gonna be sad. So, with that said, I have to say Death Stranding 2 is probably going to be my game of the year. Even though Claire Obscure came out swinging, I think, unless I don't see Delta beating it just because it's a game that I've already played, I think Death Stranding 2 is going to be my game of the year. We still have a bunch of games coming out, and next week I want to do a kind of a most anticipated games coming out for the rest of the year list, which we saw a couple right now. So, moving on from that, I saw Fantastic Four: The First Steps last week, and I felt it was a great movie. I felt the portrayal of Silver Surfer was fantastic, even though it wasn't Norrin Rad. It was still great. The story was great. The four heroes were amazing. I'm wondering where it's going. The end credit scene leaves you, the mid credit scene, I should say, leaves you with something wondering. The Thing looked amazing, but Galactus, the way they made Galactus, the way Galactus looked, I mean, it was just amazing. In this phase of movies, I don't feel that Fantastic Four tops Thunderbolts, which I've talked about on the show before. But it's certainly up there. Post-Endgame, top 5 movies maybe. Only because there's Spider-Man in there, there's Shang-Chi in there, Thunderbolts. So I definitely suggest you check it out. It was definitely better than Brave New World. Not to hate on it. I didn't like Brave New World. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Overall, it's a great movie. It stuck to a lot of old comic lore. We didn't get to see Mr. Fantastic's powers as much until closer to the end of the movie. But I felt that they were able to really make it work, as opposed to other movies. So I feel this is probably the best Fantastic Four movie out of the 4 iterations we've had. So yeah. So next, I want to talk about Gundam card game. We talked about it a little bit with the starters before, but I want to really get in depth with some things. So, but first I want to talk about an event that I went to. So shouts out to Dragon's Lair here locally that held a booster event on the 28th. It was a sealed booster event. Now, I've been trying to get booster packs for a while, and I have not been able. I've been very successful at getting any because they've been sold out. So I thought, sealed event, I'm going to get some booster packs out of it. I've never done a TCG sealed booster event before. So I did my research, looked at the rules, had this whole layout done, and what I needed in a deck based on what I pull. Let me tell you, we get there, we get our packs, and then we have 30 minutes on the clock to build. Initially, the rule said 30 card deck, but and they turned it into a 40 card deck. Let me tell you, those were the most stressful 30 minutes of my life. I was sweating, not because it was hot, from the stress. So I want to show y'all what I built, and I'll show you all what I had left over, just to get an idea. So there's 4 colors in Gundam. There's different traits that each pilot or unit has based on the show they come from. But there's no color limitations. Regular standard constructed deck rules indicate 4 copies of a card is all you can have, and it's restricted to 2 colors, and so on and so forth. But in this, there's no color restrictions. There's no copy restrictions. You just put something together. So this was the deck that I played with. So I had Zex Leo, and I had 1 copy of that. I had Grandpapa Gundam. I had Goon. This is from the Seed series. The Din from the Seed series. Zeno from the Seed series. Z Zulu. I believe this is from our original Gundam series. The Blitz Gundam, also from the Seed series. We had Duos Leo from the Gundam Wing series. Rashid's Magnac from the Gundam Wing series. So far, the only card that I have 2 of was 2 Leos, of Zex Leo. So far, Heavy Arms. Shenlong Gundam from Gundam Wing as well. The other one, which is Sandrock. And I had another Shenlong. I had the Demi Garrison from the Witch of Mercury series, and Choo Choo's Demi Trainer from the Witch of Mercury as well. Beguir Pente from the Witch of Mercury. Guel's Delanza from Mercury. Gundam Lifrith from, I want to say, this is not Seed, is it? I don't remember what this one's from. Someone tell me. The Michelis from the Mercury series. Garibaldi from the Mercury series. Ferrac from the Mercury series. Ariel from a Mercury series. Are you seeing a pattern here? Side 7 from the original series. Ridi Marcenas from the original series as well. Then we had command cards. So those were my pilots. Some of my pilots. Some command cards. This was from the Gundam Wing series. Gamwao, a base. This was also a base, by the way. I had 2 of Isaac from the Seed series. And Derica as well. Wallfield. I had 2 of these underground desert bases, which are the 6 life bases. So that was cool. I also had Wu Fei, First Contact, 13th Tactical Testing Center from the Mercury series. Again, there's a pattern. Kigali from Seed. The Covert Ops command card that is Shadik from the Witch series, and Overflowing Affection from Seed. So when I got my cards, I noticed that I had a lot of Academy trait. This one, right? No, that's not one. I picked the same card. Let's go to Ariel. The Academy trait, and I knew right there. That was something I knew I could use. I had some units that were just when paired. I didn't have to have a link. So I gravitated towards those. I needed some low cost stuff to start the game with. This one, it's a pretty decent one. During your turn, while this unit is battling an enemy unit that is level 2 or lower, it gains first strike. Oh, I just did that one. The C Zulu attack. If you're attacking an enemy player, this unit gets AP2 +2. The Blitz Gundam. Deploy. Choose one of your SAFT units with 5 or more AP. It gains first strike. So we had some SAFT and we had some Academy, and that's kind of what I leaned towards. We had. That's not it. It's Sandrock, right? Sandrock can deploy 1 Magnet Core unit, so we had to add this in. Shenlong didn't really need a link. It would have been nice, but I did have 1 Wu Fei for both Shenlongs, so the link was, could have been there, but I didn't really need them to get any abilities upon deployment. We had like I said, a lot of Academy stuff here. Draw 1, then discard 1 for her. Some decently powerful cards. The Lifrith. This is a blocker. This is one of my blockers. The Michelis. When there are 4 or more command cards in your trash, this unit gains 1 AP, 1 HP. I was trying to stick with simple things that didn't require color or anything like, or a specific pilot link. Stuff like that. I didn't do good. I went 1-3, and the one that I won was a bye. I just didn't draw well. In the first game, in the second game that I played, I didn't draw well. And what really bothered me about the second game was it went by so fast because I just wasn't pulling when I needed to play. And from there, by the way, this needs to be resized. Sorry, I didn't realize how big this was. Y'all can't see me. My bad. This is what happens. We do it live. But we played another game after that. And because we had like 15 minutes left. And I got very close to beating them. And I was like, this deck worked. Like, it worked. For being my first time doing something like this, it kind of worked. My second game, I just got overwhelmed. My last game, I could have probably won, but I got overwhelmed. Just with units being out, that I wasn't able to outlast them because we went down to the last life. So, let's see here. Going back to my decks, this is what I had left over. So, we had the Mistral. We had 2 of those. 2 Sky Graspers. We had the Strike Gundam, which I probably could have included. The Kusanagi. I probably should have used the Kusanagi base. I probably could have used this, but instead of the side 1, but the level 4 is what deterred me from it. Mid-air modifications. Choose 1 unit with blocker. I didn't expect people to have that many blockers because of the event, so I just didn't include that card. The Zaku 1 sniper type, which is a rare. I didn't include just because it's a lower. I didn't feel that I was going to have what I needed because it's very dependent on Xenon, Neo Xenon unit cards. The Zaku Mariner. Dristen Sleeves. The Baku. I probably could have used this, and I just didn't really think about that too deep. The Gallus K. I'm not even going to try to say that name. Some of our pilots, Xenon pilots. This is another rare that I pulled. We had, this base. It's a 6-level base, and I probably should have included that instead of the side 7, but, we ball. Gog, Zaku 2, Gelgog. I just clicked that one. I got a Wing Gundam, the level 5 2 cost Wing Gundam. I just didn't feel that it was going to do anything. This is my biggest regret. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. First guy I played, said this to me. This is the big boy. This is the LR for the G team, the Gundam team, the Operation Meteor, whatever you want to call it. High maneuver. This unit can't be blocked. Deploy. Deal 3 damage to all units that are level 5 or lower. It's a 5/7. I didn't have a Hito, so I couldn't do a link, but it's an 8 cost. A level 8 cost. I just didn't think I was going to get to that level to deploy him, and I just thought I don't have the resources that I was going to need to pull off staying alive till we got 8 resources, whether it be however we did. I did have first contact, which does give me an EX resource, but it's a high cost, so I just didn't think I would get as far into a game that I would be able to play this, so I didn't include it. And guess what? All 3 of my games got to that level. And my man that I played first round said I included 0 in mine and pulled it out. So I think that was my biggest regret not including that. We had the command strategic arms, Mquive. We had Ball, 2 Lotos, the Cancer, Rezel. We had Salamas and Banger Links. Those were my leftovers from the sealed event. So I think that probably my 2 biggest mistakes were probably not including 0 and not including this 6 energy base and putting in the others, the side 7. Other than that, I've looked through this and I just didn't see any other way that this would work. So, but it was a really fun event. Like I said, I've never done anything like that. It was a very long day. I worked from 9, so I was up since 7. The event didn't start till 7. We actually started late on top of that. And then so we started like at 7:30, 30 minutes to build. We didn't start the tournament until 8. I didn't get out of there till like about almost 11. They had some spare boosters. And there was a lot of people that wanted boosters. And I asked, and they said they were going to do a raffle. And unfortunately, I didn't win the raffle. So I didn't get any booster boxes. Before Monday, I also went to the first tournament at Cool Comics, and we did a constructed event. One of the guys there, and I'm sorry, I am terrible with names, and I forgot your name, good sir, sold me some cards to build up my Operation Meteor deck. So that leads me into wingtable.net. I will put the link in the show notes. I'm going to run a match with the deck that I currently have built so that you guys can see what the game is like. For our audio listeners, I'll try to narrate as best I can. So player 1 start or player 2 start. Me being player 1, I will actually start second just so you can see the EX resource of it all, because if you start with the player second, you get the EX resource. So we've got level 5 Sandrock, cost 3, level 3 Bird Gundam, level 4 Hito Yui. All right. I'm not going to mulligan. If I mulligan, what would happen is these cards go to the bottom of my deck. I take the next 5 cards, and then I reshuffle my deck, and then we do our shield. These are our resources. This is my life. And everyone starts with the EX base. So I just drew a Shenlong Gundam. I don't have anything, so I'm going to go ahead and end my turn, because all I've got is a level 5, 3 cost Sandrock, a level 3, 3 cost Wing Gundam Bird Mode, 2 level 4, 1 cost Hito Yui pilots, another Wing Gundam Bird Mode, and now I pulled in my draw level 4, 3 cost Shenlong Gundam. Opponent has brought out Zowort. It's a blocker. It's a level 2, 2-cost blocker. All right, so I am a level 3. So I'm going to play a card, and I'm going to play one of... Actually, no. I'm not. I'm going to pass. Because if I do, if I use my EX resource, I'm going to lose it. So we'll wait one more turn. Opponent played another Zolwart. So I have a Ares now. We're going to play the Wing Gundam first. And that is going to give me an additional resource. So we will end turn there. I do not want to activate any cards, which I could activate the Peaceful Timber. All right, so the Zolwart has a Soletta pilot now, so it's increased. And once per turn, I can choose one of the resources set it to active. Amaru Ray, when paired, one enemy unit with 5 or less HP, rest it. So that's what they've done. I will pass on. They've attacked me. So my bird mode is dead, but they've taken some damage. They've come out with the bird cannon as well and added another Amaru Ray. I will pass again. Now it's my turn. Cool. So I think what we want to do is I'm going to play bird mode. I get another EX resource. That leaves me with 4. We're going to go all out here. Kind of. We're going to play Sandrock. Boom. I don't have a Magna Core, unfortunately, so we're just going to stick to it. And then we're going to end our turn. This little weird square stayed here. Nope. All right. They took out my base. Next turn, I'm going to play this underground base. Okay. First things first. Put on our base. Add a shield to my from my hand. All right. Next, I'm going to... I'm going to play Quatra as a pilot for the Sandrock. I'm going to play a Shenlong. And I only have one left, so I'm going to wait on that EX resource and attack. We're going to attack base. They're going to block it. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I have nothing else to do. I took damage. We both die. Actually, no, he didn't die. All right. Attack. Base again. Another block. I got nothing else to do, so we will end the turn. Took out my base. They took out my base. And they come out with a Gundam MA form. So they got 2 Gundam MA forms, gun cannon, and Zolwart with 2/2. Proceed. Draw. Okay. I got nothing. So we're going to play some cards here. Yeah, this is a resource that just kind of became weird there. attack. I have breach. It's going to block. It's going to die. And the base died. Good. So we did what we needed to do. End turn. We got 2 blockers, so that'll help us. Yes, I will block. Yes, I will block. And I'm going to play Peaceful Timber so I don't take any damage. Oh, wait, it does. What? It still damages me. What? That did not play the way I needed it to. Never mind. Another Gundam MA form and a gun cannon. So we got a lot of units on the field. I'm going to give them 1. And then my turn. I got nothing. I'm going to lose this game. Watch. They're all going to attack me right now and kill me. We might do another game. No, we won't because we got a long process to go through. This deck still needs refinement is what I'm saying. Take my last life. And then final attack. And that's it. That's the game. I enjoy it. I think it's a very fun game. This wingtable.net site is going to be pretty cool because I can test against the AI, and I think you can play against other people as well. So I'm excited to have found that. So now, our main event. This is going to be chaotic in the least, only because it's a lot. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, we got 2. There are 12 plus 1 card per booster pack. There are 24 packs per booster box. I should have brought a knife. Something to open this. But we're here now. There we go. Right before I started recording, I forgot to bring a trash can, so I had to run while the intro played. All right, so we got pack number 1. This is what the pack looks like. This is what I got 6 of. Card rarities. There's 130 plus 6 card types. 50 commons, 36 uncommons, 32 rares, 12 legend rares. That's what they are, legend rare. And 6 token/resources. 12 plus 1 cards from 136 types are randomly inserted in each pack. The game cannot be played with this pack alone. Due to the nature of the product, multiples of 1 card may appear, or it may be difficult to assemble a full set. The packaging illustration may differ somewhat from the final product. When playing the game for the first time, please check the official rules on the official website, and so on and so forth. Let's open the first pack. Bring this trash can a little closer because we're going to need it. All right. We pulled the goons. Garrett Doga sleeves. We got a Cancer, which I need for Oz if I ever decide to build something Oz. Signs of a Revolution. That's my second one. The Zaku Mariner. Dirka Eithman. Oh, I pulled a Guel for the Academy. So now I got a Guel. I really want to build an Academy type, a white Academy type. Got Zeno, another Michelis, Banger Lynx, and my hollow, my rare, Battle Aces. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, Battle Aces. It's a burst. Choose one enemy unit when burst, deal 2 damage to it. And in action, choose one damaged unit, deal 3 damage to it. My LR is the Buster Gundam from Zaft. Activate, support 3, rest this unit. One other friendly unit gets AP plus specified amount during this turn, so we get 3 plus. During pair, coordinator pilot. Once per turn, when you use this unit's support to increase a Zaft unit's AP, set this unit as active. And my token of Char's Zaku 2. So we're going to put our rares to the side. And we'll put the rest here for now. And now we'll open pack 2. This is going to be long. So if I pull cards that I've already shown, I'm not going to show them. Another Shenlong. I should have a playset now. Rizal. Jagan. I got another Sky Grasper. Got a Gundam Lifith. Boom. Din. I got a Heavy Arms. I got First Contact. I think I only had 2, or 3. This is going to be my 4th one. Gundam Aerial Mirasol Flight Unit. I need this for a future Academy. During pair, active action once per turn. 2. Cost, choose one enemy unit. It gets -1 AP during this turn. Zex Leo. Noins Ares. Okay, this is going to be good for Oz build later on. And I got another Extreme Hatred. And my extra card was a resource of Ariel. It's not the shiny one, but that's a cool pull. So we'll set these 2 aside. This is going to go into my resource bin. All right, we pulled Pisces. Guel's Delanza. I got a Strike Gundam. A 13th Tactical Sector. Training Sector. So this is going to be for Academy for sure. Kigali's Sky Grasper. Rashid's Magnac. I had a lot of these now. The Buku. Zanzibar. This is base. Deploy this card. Add one of your shields to your hand. It doesn't really do much else. You may deploy one Xenon unit card that is level 4 or lower from your hand. That's pretty cool. Loto. Garibaldi. And then my rare is Gun Cannon. And then my legend rare is Char's Gelgog, and it's kind of textured. It's pretty cool. Y'all see that? That's pretty dope. And then I got an EX base token. gonna have to sort all this later. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the packs out and put the cards in there for better distribution later. Obviously not the other rares, but okay. We can pop these in here. Sorry about all the noise, but you know, we doing things. All right. But Gare Pente. So we're definitely going to be able to build something Academy. Rashid's Orders. Covert Operative, which is Shadik Pilot. Mistral. Jagan. We got another Guel Stellantis, and we got another Durabaldi. We pull another Guel Pilot. Izak. So now I got 3 Izaks, so that's cool. Show of Resolve. And my rare is Shenlong Gundam. This is going to be perfect for my build of the Gundam Wing. And we actually got 2 rares, not a legendary. We got 2 rares. I got the dual Gundam from Zaft. And we got Grandpa Gundam as a resource. I'm going to toss that into our resources. All right, next pack. We got Demi Garrison. Stark Jagan, sorry. Gallus K. Gof. The Path of Victory or Defeat. This is going to go into my deck. Another one of Duos Leo. Zanzibar. Wu Fei. This is another one for the deck. We got a mid-air modifications that we talked about earlier. Heavy arms. My rare is Deep Devotion. All right, I pulled one of these, so this is the second one. And my LR Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode. Take a look at that, Bubby. That's sick. Unicorn Gundam. When playing this card from your hand, you may destroy one of your Link units with Unicorn Mode in its card name that is level 5. If you do, play this card if it has level 0 and cost. 0 level and cost. Sorry, 0 level and cost. Attack. Choose one enemy unit and rest it. And then we got another aerial as our resource. So we should be able to build out our resources with Gundams instead of the standard resources with what I pulled today. 13th Tactical Training Sector. Gonna need that for an aerial build. Rashid Magnak. Strengthened Stratagem. Nicoli is the pilot for that. Mining Asteroid Plateau, the card I probably should have put in my sealed event deck. Akasha. Mistral. Andrew Walfeld. Another Show of Devotion. Launcher Strike Gundam. That's cool. Strategic Arms. Delta Plus is one of our rares. And Intercept Others is the other rare. So we got 2 rares in this pack. And we got a dual Gundam as one of our resource cards. All right. Level 4 Grandpa Gundam. Ride Marquenas. Naval Bombardment. I got another Shenlong, another Sky Grasper, Pisces, Xenon Remnant Forces. I don't think we've seen that one yet. It's a command card. Boom. Azam. I got another Wufei. I got a Rickdom. Ooh, I just saw one of my rares. Perfect Strike Gundam is our rare, and ooh, yeah! We got the Wing Gundam Zero. I have 2 now. I need 2 more. No, I have 3 now. I need 1 more. Sorry, Vic. I know I was gonna buy those from you, but I just pulled one. And the Freedom Gundam is my resource. All right, next pack, Jagan. Guel's Delanza, Goons, Gyaradoga Sleeves, Cancer, Signs of Devotion, Gyaradoga Heavy Arm type. You know, something let's see if I can get a better, clearer image. Something I really like about these cards is that the art is pretty original. Nethal Argama base. Base. There we go. The G Fighter. Mid-air modifications. We got another Shars Zaku 2. Oh! Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee Destroy Mode is the LR for this. Look at how awesome these cards look. During Link attack, choose 12 cards from your trash, return them to their owner's deck, and shuffle it. If you do, set this unit to as active. It gains first strike during this turn. While this unit is attacking, it deals damage before the enemy unit. And we got a token, a unit token, the Fatum 00. So I'm actually going to keep that there. I'm pulling a lot of unicorn stuff. Might have to look at that. All right, we got another underground desert base. So, Stubborn Cog, the Guza Mackle pilot. We got a Wing Gundam. Naval Bombardment. Rashid's Orders. Oh, G-Sky Easy. There we go. Adzam, Strategic Arms, Launcher Strike Gundam, Zeno. Wow, okay. We got another Shars Zaku 2 as a rare, and another rare Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode. So we have another Unicorn Gundam. We might be looking at a Unicorn Gundam build. I'm just saying. Ooh, my resource. My resource is the Wing Gundam 0. That one's definitely going into the deck. I'm lining up with trash everywhere, unfortunately. All right. G-Sky Easy. I don't know if I've shown this one yet, but DOP. M1 Astray. That's pretty dope. Mining Asteroid Plateau, Rizal, Strike Gundam, Buku, Gyaradoga, Heavy Arm Type, Gamao. securing supply line. So our rare is the Blitz Gundam. We've had one already, so we have 2 now. And the Big Zam. And we got a resource of Dual Gundam again. Still got another box to go. And we still have like 8 packs. Another underground base. We got a Wing Gundam Side 7. Oh, this is cool. This one's a cool one. Elon Saris, Enhanced Person number 4. From the Academy. So we're well on our way for an Academy build, should we go in that route if we have enough. Anksha. Gundam Lifrith, Gyaradoga, G-Fighter, Midair. Okay. So we've got as our rare, Holo Rare, Sailor Mass. So this is one I pulled in my build, in my concealed promos. And we got another Noin Aries. I think we have enough Noin Aries now. And then Kishaitraya, I can't say that one, is my resource. Kigali Skygraper, Graspers, Gog, Z Zulu. I don't know if I've shown you guys a Z Zulu, but we'll go ahead and show it anyway. The Z Zulu. I just made a mess here. Assault in Torrington Bay, Yonem Kirks. Grandpa Gundam. Ridi Marcanas, Gira Zulu guards type. I don't think I've shown you the guards type. Overflowing Devotion. Securing the supply line. We've seen that one already. Biolant Custom. And ooh, Gundam Ferract. That's not what I'm oohing though. Freedom Gundam, and I know someone that's looking for this. I know someone's looking for this. That's a dope looking card. Look at that. Look at that. The shine. This is an LR. Okay, that's going to be in the trade. And then we got a Unicorn Gundam as our resource. Path to Victory or Defeat. Need that. Duos Leo. Big Weird Pente. Rashid's Orders. Covert Operative. Mistral. Guel. We're building up our Guels, which is good. Michaelis. Banger. Lynx. And then our rare. Hold on. Iron Fisted Discipline is my rare. Chitari as pilot. But I just pulled my first LR plus. No, this is my third LR plus. Buster Gundam is, hold on, I need to look because I don't think I've pulled an LR plus. Only LRs. Yeah, I've only pulled LR. This is my first LR plus. The Buster Gundam. Check that out. That's sick. Buster Gundam, activate 1, support 3, rest this unit. One other friendly unit gets AP plus specific amount. So we have this card, just not the LR plus. And we pulled a Zaku. Zaku 2, Goons, Demi Garrison Gog, the Nicoli pilot, Kusanagi. I don't think I've shown you guys the gun tank yet. Gun tank. Gamao. Damn, I'm telling you, maybe it's in the cards, literally. Oh, this is interesting. So I pulled Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee Unicorn mode as one of the rares. And another rare, Merida Cruz. So, something interesting about this. Merida Cruz is the pilot for the Link. One of the cards that I pulled earlier. Yeah, but it's a blue card. The Unicorn Gundam 2 Banshee Destroy mode. If you look at the Link, Merida Cruz, but this is a blue, and that's a red. So I think this is one of those weird, unique situations where you have to have a red and a blue colored deck. So that's pretty cool. And then Grandpa Gundam is my resource. Trying to mix these piles up so that Drisden Sleeves. Stark, Jagan, Cancer, Gallus K. I don't think I've shown you. Have I shown you guys Gallus K? Probably, but we're going to show you another Gallus K. Goof, Mquave, G Fighter. Ooh, this is one that we haven't pulled yet. I have it. It's the Gundam Death Scythe. Not the one that I need, but one of them. The Gundam Death Scythe. Xenon Remnant Forces. I got another aerial. Mirasu Soul. And our rare is Fortress Defense. Doze Zabi. See if this will focus without distorting the image. There we go. And then the other rare is Ariel. Gundam Ariel, regular. Another and this is for Suletta, actually, but it's an Academy one. And then another one of this guy as our resource. It's probably the best tear I've done so far. Zaku Mariner, Dirka, Underground Base, Wing Gundam, Side 7, Elan as the pilot, Gira Zulu, Overflowing Affection, Securing the Supply Line, Bilarent Custom, and our rares are the Strike Rouge, and Citizens Take a Stand. And Zaku 2 is my resource. I'm probably going to have enough to build a full resource with separate cards, so that's pretty awesome. Kasha, nope. Okay, yeah. Oh, this was cool. This is Sword Gundam Strike. I haven't pulled this yet. Oh, this is going to be a very important card. I need more of these, actually, if I'm going to build a white deck. The Witch and the Bride. Try to get a better focus on it. Boom. The Witch and the Bride. That's a good command card. We got another Blitz Gundam. And Wing Zero as our resource. Another good tear. Naval Bombardment. Got another Shenlong. Sky Grasper. Pisces. 13th Tactical Testing Sector. Didn't pull anything new. We pulled another aerial. Regular aerial. And we got a Kigali as the other rare. And then this guy's resource. So we got another Charasaku resource. We have 6 packs left in this box. And then we'll move on to box number 2. Suot. I don't think we've seen this one yet. Yep. Stubborn Cog. We've seen all these. M1 Astray. Zanzibar. Wu Fei. I have a lot of Wu Feis now. That's good. Wow. Okay. So, weird. This one has 3 hollows. Ariel. Kigali again. But this resource is Ariel Hollow. It's a C+. I got to see because this, I think, this is not the expensive one. I think Grandpa Gundam C++ is the gold foil one, but this is pretty awesome. I don't even think I'm going to put that in my deck. I'm going to put that in my book. Signs of a Revolution, Path, yep. Oh, okay. We haven't seen these guys. Ooh, I got a card I needed. Unicorn Gundam is the resource. Gian is the rare. And on our way to an aerial build, the aerial rebuild LR. Now, there's 3 versions of this card. There's this LR. There's the LR Plus, where it's a full body, kind of a pink background, which is beautiful art. And then there's the LR Plus Plus, which is a $600 card. You know good and goddamn well I'm selling that if I get that. Made my money back from all this. And then some. Grandpa Gundam is the other LR Plus Plus in the set. So those are the big hits. Strike Gundam, Demi Garrison. Okay. Ooh, we got a rare plus. I have not pulled the rare plus. Okay, so we got some alt arts here. But first, let's go with Shamblo. It's our rare. There we go. We got Sharasaku as a token. And then we have Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode. It's the rare plus, and you can see it's a little textured. The art is different. I think I have the other one here so you guys can see the difference. Unicorn Gundam. Where is the Unicorn Gundam? Yep, here it is. So here's a side-by-side. Hollow. And then, whew. Yep. Some pretty decent pulls, if I do say so. I'm pulling things that I definitely need for a couple builds, actually. So I'm kind of excited about that. Zaku 1 Sniper. Oh, I just pulled another LR. That's pretty sweet. Zaku 1 Sniper type. Rare. I pulled one of those in my sealed. Justice Gundam. The LR for this one. See if I can get a better focus on this. There we go. That looks sick. Zaku 2, Driston sleeves. All right, cool. Look at that. I pulled another Sandrock that I need for the Gundam G-Team Operation Meteor. And Choo Choo's Demi Trainer as my rares. And we got a Freedom Gundam as the resource. My box here that I have all my stuff in is becoming a hot mess. But we only have one pack left on this box. So what we'll do is we will go through our rare pulls before we start the next box. See if we pulled anything that I haven't seen yet. No, we got a Legao. And, okay, another card that I need. So we got a Legao. And then we got Duo Maxwell. Now I have 2 of these now, so I just need 2 more for my set. And then Zaku 2 again is a resource. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, I don't know why I put that there. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So we pulled 37 rares. And we pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legend rares. And then we have a rare plus and the LR plus. So those are the big pulls of this box. So I'm going to set these aside. Let me try to organize this a little bit before I set it aside because I have effectively made a mess out of this box. This is a hot mess. I apologize. But we got it now. Box number 2. Trying to take out the packs this time so that I'm prepared for that. All right, box is ready. Start the first pack of this box. Thank y'all for putting up with this. Strike Gundam, Goons, okay. A lot of stuff that we've already seen. All right, looking at my god. Oh my god. All right, I got Iron Fisted Discipline as my rare. I pulled the other Wing Gundam Zero that I needed. I'm sorry, Vic. And a Wing Zero resource. Gonna have a lot of Wing Zero resources in that deck for sure. All right, we got another Ariel. Regular Ariel. And Deep Devotion. And Freedom Gundam as our resource. All right. Try to speed this up a little bit because we've already seen a lot of everything. All right. Yo, we definitely gonna have to build a unicorn. We got a choo-choo demi trainer. So I got 3 of these now for a academy build, and a unicorn Gundam destroy mode. That's my LR, and then dual Gundam is the resource. So I pretty much pulled every single resource. I believe that is non-hollow, non-foil. Okay, this is yo, I pulled overflowing affection. This is an uncommon plus. I really like the art style of these cards. This is sick. Sorry, I got another EX resource in case anyone was keeping track of that. And this is going to be important. Now, all right. We got Gundam Feract as our rare, along with Extreme Hatred, Loni Garvey, and Dual Gundam as our resource again. Fortress Defense and Blitz Gundam. And Unicorn Gundam is our resource. Yo! Oh, this is sick. All right, so I got another Witch, the Witch and the Bride. So that's 2 now. Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee Destroy Mode LR Plus. Let me show y'all the Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee regular LR. Side by side. Yo, these are dope. These are dope. I'm trying to keep the pulls separate from each other. All right. We pulled a Citizens Take a Stand. We've got Perfect Strike Gundam. That's pretty dope. I don't think we've seen that, actually. Perfect Strike. And Char Saku 2 as a resource. We got a token this time. So our token is the Zaku 2. We got another aerial. So I know we have a full set now, and we got Shars Gelgog. It's an LR. Aerial as a resource. Ooh. Kigali and Sandrock. I'm pretty sure I have 3 now, or 4, I can't remember. Grandpa Gundam. And then we got 2 rares. We have Legao and Shars Saku 2. Strike Rouge and Gion are my rares. So I know we've seen those 2 already. I'm trying to organize this before it becomes chaos again. I'm getting through these a little faster now, so. We got Zaku 2 as a token. Ooh, this is a good pull. This is a good pull. I got another Justice Gundam, so I got 2 now. And I've got Noin's Ares, so I definitely have a full playset of that as well. We're almost through the first pile. Got another Shars Saku token. And we've got Unicorn Gundam 02 destroy mode and as our LR, and another Noin's Ares. That fell. Be right back. My bad. Ooh, I need this. I got Shenlong. So we needed Shenlong. And when Zaku 1 sniper type. Zaku resource. We got 2 rares. So yeah, Mass and Blitz Gundam. Intercepted orders. And we've got another Gundam aerial rebuild. I really like this card. It's just the texture of it all is so cool. I like the aerial Gundam as a whole. I would go as far as to say it's my 3rd favorite Gundam, next to obviously actually no, it would probably be, yeah. My 3rd favorite, Wing Gundam Zero, is number 1 always. The Epion is number 2. That would be number 3. Number 4 would probably be Death Scythe. So I kind of want to build an aerial because I like the aerial. So I want to build an aerial deck. Two rares. Battle of Aces. And Delta Plus. I don't think we pulled this card yet. Okay. We're in the last pile. We've got a few. We've got what, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6 packs left. So let's hope we strike gold in one of these. Oh, Grandpa Gundam C plus. Got the hollow. It's not the expensive one. We got Strike Rouge and Gian as the rares. So that was a cool pack. Oh, that's actually pretty perfect. I pulled Duo. That's my third Duo. So I should be able to run the deck the way I really wanted to. And another Unicorn Gundam mode. I think I need to build that deck. I think that's the deck that needs to be built. I've pulled so many unicorns, it's not even funny. All right, we got a regular Buster Gundam LR. And we got Shamblo. And let's see what this one has. 2 rares. We got Dual Gundam and Sharazaku 2. I think I have a playset of the Sharazaku now, too. This probably needs to go in there. Before we wrap this up, because we got 2 packs left, we're gonna, before we wrap the episode up, I'm gonna go into TCG Player and see what the LRs are. Ooh, another Freedom Gundam. That's pretty dope. Unicorn Gundam 02. All right. Final pack. Final pack. All right. Rares. Big Zam and Gun Cannon. So for this box, why did I put this here? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 rares. And then we pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LRs, 1 LR plus, and 1 uncommon plus, and 1 C plus. So let's take a look at what TCG Player says about these polls. I'm gonna put this down here because I need my keyboard for that. So let us go into LR plus, C plus, C plus. And we'll do rare plus. Okay. So just off the rip in our LR, the Wing Gundam Zero is at $35. Let's look and see what. Hold on. Let's start with these. All right. So Grandpa Gundam C Plus is $11 on TCG Player. That's pretty cool. And then the Ariel. Is 10. That's pretty cool. And then looking at I just made my money back. This is a $173 card. I just made my money back. Wow. That is crazy. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Wow. Actually, I didn't realize Grandpa Gundam went down in price, but Ariel is still at $600. Okay. So we got those. Let's go look at our LRs and LR Plus. So, well, let's start with our LR Plus. Let's pull the LR Plus aside. Our R Plus. And so I need to put that somewhere. Plus LR, LR. That's regular. So the Buster goes for 13. The Banshee, the Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee LR Plus goes for 29. The Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode. Oh, it's an R. $23. And our Freedom Gundam. Let's go to LRs. Let's separate these into colors so we can search them a lot easier. This needs to go there. So that's white. Well, we know the Wing Gundam is $30. We did pull 2 Chars Gelog. All right. So starting with the Justice Gundam is a $5 card. The Freedom Gundam, however, is a $41 card. The Aerial Rebuild is 10. All right, so that's pretty decent right there. And the Freedom Gundam, I pulled 2 of those babies. Looking at our blue colors, Unicorn Gundam is 5. Destroy Mode is 32. That's crazy. And then looking at our red, the Buster, the regular Buster is 7. And then we're looking at Char's Zaku, 19 each. But the big score of the boxes, Overflowing Devotion. I'm pretty hype about that because that's gonna pretty much cover what I spent on these two boxes right there. I'm not saying that I for sure have plans to get rid of it, but it's not something that I'm probably gonna use at all. So because I pulled the regular one a lot, so to play. But thank you all for joining the show. Long episode. We talked a lot about cards and my obsession over them. The next time we're going to talk about cards is going to be when I get my Secret Lair Sonic order, hopefully within the next week or so. I'll get notification that it gets shipped. With that, please like and subscribe. We're on audio now. So at all podcast distributors, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, like, subscribe, leave us a review. That helps with the algorithms. And check us out on YouTube as well. Like and subscribe there for the video format of the show. And I know I've had some audio issues. I'm really hoping that this fixes it. Give me your feedback, how things sound as well. Give me your feedback on everything overall. We're probably going to be talking about Evo next episode as well, because that's happening this weekend. So we'll be talking about that as well. So as always, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. And be good or be good at it. Thank you all.